Virtual Rom, who is the D-side version of Mario.exe. And one of the major differences between the two of these characters is that Virtual Rom doesn't actually go out of his way to bring people into the virtual world like we saw Mario.exe do with Boyfriend. In reality, this version of Mario just wants to be left alone so he can enjoy the silence. The only reason that he's aggressive in this mod is because Boyfriend basically forces him to have this rap battle. And as the rap battle continues to go on, we actually see this version of Mario take on his true form. We see that his limbs basically elongate, they get super long, and they almost look like they're broken. And we see his face basically split open. He has like 3 mouths on his face and 1 on his head. Very reminiscent of like Lord X and Sonic.exe, which obviously the original Mario.exe was based on. Next, we have Abominate You Luigi, who is the D-side version of I Hate You Luigi. And in the original story, Luigi basically tried to betray his brother Mario, but ended up being thrown in a pool of lava. The only difference that I see here is that this version was actually thrown into a freezing lake and ended up getting frozen in a block of ice, later suffering from frostbite. So instead of being burned alive, he was basically frozen to death. Put down in the comments which death you think would be worse, burning alive or freezing to death. I think burning, but both would definitely suck. The next character is D-side Beta Luigi, and his story is pretty much the same as the original. He wasn't able to save his brother Mario, so he fell into a deep depression. The one difference in this mod is that he also starts to drink, which is why we actually see him with a bottle in his hand. Next, we have the Waluigi apparition, which is obviously just the D-side version of the Wario apparitions, just now we get to see Waluigi's face instead, and I don't think there's any more of an actual backstory for this one. And now we have a character called Over M, who is the D-side version of MX, so he's basically like a monstrous, evil version of Mario that lives inside of a Super Mario World video game cartridge and will drag people into the game so that he can devour their souls.